Do you want to be a millionaire? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So yes, folks, just to begin this evening, I am presenting right here a beautiful, beautiful piece crafted by the prestigious Perth Mint, which I'm sure many did not know. This brilliant uncirculated coin contains 1 troy ounce of 0.9999 fine silver, making it a valuable addition to any collection. The Phantom Silver coin is a distinctive collectible with a limited mintage of just 25,000 pieces. As an officially licensed product, it captures the intelligence, strength, and heroic spirit of the Phantom in his fight against evil. When I first saw this piece, I actually thought that Phantom was a villain based off the image, because this was a comic that I never heard about, unfortunately, until the Perth Mint introduced this piece. And then, of course, we go to the verse. And who is it, as always? Queen Elizabeth II, surrounded by inscriptions. Even though it's very simple, it's the simplicity that gives it its elegance. So, very, very charming. And then, of course, the reverse highlights the Phantom, arms crossed and frowning against a striking background of skulls. And see, the background is what symbolizes his battle against darkness. The Phantom logo crowns the design with the O cleverly shaped as a skull. So you see, it's easy to see why I was confused at first, thinking, no, this has to be the villain. This ain't the hero. But no, indeed, he is the hero. And currently, you can still get these coins for as low as $41 with free shipping. A fantastic opportunity for both collectors and investors, and somebody who just likes silver in general. You want to have a cool silver piece. $41 with free shipping, uncirculated. That's solid right there. And then, of course, a limited mintage of just 25,000 pieces. That's not common, by no means. It's a rare piece. And real quick, folks, before I continue, I want to give a quick shout out to my always loyal subscriber, and this is Veritas Files. Yeah, I think the 90% silver will have some of the highest utility in the future, which is precisely why it makes up fully 50% of my overall silver stack. Great information. Keep stacking and preparing for the future. Amazing comment right there coming from Veritas Files. Veritas Files is a truly loyal subscriber, always leaving comments frequently. And of course, I haven't done my shout outs for some time, but I'm glad to see that he's still supporting me and spreading wise words, because indeed, folks, half of your silver stack to be in constitutional silver, 90% silver, which Veritas Files has. He has a lot of silver, and to say that, hey, precisely 50% of my overall silver stack is made up of 90% silver. That's incredible. It's amazing. And personally, I also believe that it's going to have some of the highest utility in the future. So for all those who want to just be stacking silver ounces, you're doing yourself a great service. If you also add on constitutional silver pieces, Mercury dimes, Barber quarters, Franklin half dollars, Walking Liberty half dollars, Morgan dollars. I mean, you start collecting all these pieces, adding them to your portfolio, it's going to do you a phenomenal service. I mean, in the future, near future, the premiums on those are going to be outrageous. They already are. Looking back to when I first got in this game, I would look at what a Franklin dollar would go for, what a 1964 Kennedy half dollar would go for. Now, everything's like $10 plus. Literally, in just the last 3-4 years, each individual coin has gone up a good $10. That's crazy. And of course, folks, I mean, Look at the world we live in. Look at the writing on the wall. The brewing financial crisis is shaping up to be the most significant wealth transfer in history. Not just modern history, but in history. As global debt spirals out of control, inflation erodes purchasing power, and fiat currencies face devaluation, silver stands poised to become the ultimate wealth preservation asset. While most people remain blind to its true potential, those who stack silver now will find themselves catapulted into the millionaire class as the crisis deepens. At the heart of this opportunity is silver's historic undervaluation. Despite its essential industrial use and its role as a monetary metal for thousands of years, not hundreds of years, not tens of years, but thousands of years, silver's price remains artificially suppressed. Central banks, governments, and large institutions have manipulated paper silver markets to keep prices low. But this game cannot last forever. In fact, this game is already ending. When physical silver demand overwhelms the manipulated paper markets, silver's true scarcity will be revealed, driving prices sky high. Those holding physical silver will be in a position of one of the most valuable commodities in the world. You'll be in the position of holding one of the most valuable commodities in the world. You want to have this in your possession, You want to have silver and gold in your possession. And if you can't afford gold, surely you need to have silver in your possession. The coming currency crisis will only accelerate silver's rise. As central banks continue debasing fiat currencies through endless money printing, inflation will spiral out of control. When people lose faith in paper money, they will turn to real, tangible assets. Gold will certainly benefit, but silver, historically known as the poor man's gold, offers far more explosive upside due to its affordability and supply-demand imbalance. Even modest silver holdings will become life-changing as its value soars. Look at the price now, folks, compared to 5, 6, 7 years ago. I look around and I cannot believe I've already been in this game for a good 7, 8 years. And to me, that's fresh. But when you look at the prices, it shows that silver has risen, even though all these spectators claim it hasn't. Silver has risen significantly and is rising significantly. Additionally, silver's industrial demand is surging. With the global push for renewable energy and electrification, silver's use in solar panels, batteries, and electronics is skyrocketing. This creates a perfect storm, increasing demand from both investors and industry. While supply remains limited, unlike gold, much of the silver used in manufacturing is lost permanently. And that's it, making the remaining physical supply even more valuable. For savvy stackers, this means unprecedented profit potential. A crisis-driven silver surge will push prices well into triple digits, making even relatively small stacks worth millions. For example, if silver were to hit $500 an ounce, a realistic possibility in hyperinflation, in a hyperinflationary environment, a $3,000 ounce stack would be worth $1.5 million. Mind you, I know a handful of people who have 1,000 to 5,000 ounces of silver. This scenario is not far-fetched when you consider silver's historical monetary role and the looming debt implosion. In this unfolding crisis, silver offers not just financial protection, but generational wealth building potential. While most people will be blindsided by the collapse of fiat currencies, those holding physical silver will find themselves on the right side of history, emerging as new millionaires in the aftermath of this economic chaos. So if you know or at least see the writing on the wall of what is to come, and you know you can do something about it now, wouldn't it make sense to do something now rather than later? If you are one of those people that really believes everything's going to you know what, and you know what's about to hit the fan, if that's the case, then hedge, build, prepare yesterday, right this second. Tomorrow never comes, folks. Tomorrow never comes. All we have is now. Stack, stack, stack. But as always, folks, thank you so much for joining us for another evening of Silver Dad Knows. God bless you. God bless your household. And God bless America.